السلام عليكم، حياكم الله. أنا راكان ورجعنا من جديد، وهذه المرة بلقاء مع كاست الموسم الرابع من سترينجر ثينقز. في البداية يعطيكم العافية على دعمكم للقناة خلال الفترة الماضية. إذا ما كنت مشترك يا ليت تشترك الآن بالقناة، تفعل جرس التنبيهات، تعطي هذا المقطع لايك، وتذكر لي رأيك بالموسم الرابع من سترينجر ثينقز بدون لا تحرق. من 10 تحت بالتعليقات. كم تقييمك؟ 8 7 6 اللي هو. اذكر لي رأيك تحت بخانة التعليقات بالموسم الرابع من سترينجر ثينقز. وعلى طاري الحرق، اللقاءات ما فيها حرق أبدا لأحداث الموسم الرابع. سألتهم أسئلة خفيفة سريعة، لأنه اللقاءات عادة تكون مدتها يعني الزمنية قصيرة مرة. ما تتخيلون قديش الضغط النفسي، مو بسبب اني قاعد اسوي لقاء مع ممثلين، بل بسبب الشخص اللي يكون موجود باللقاء ويكتب لي بالشات انه باقي لك 5 دقائق 4 دقائق 3 دقائق، يلا قل مع السلامة. هذا الامر يسبب ضغط نفسي. فحاولت قد ما اقدر اني اسأل اسئلة عامة واسئلة تهم المشاهدين ومحبين سترينجر ثينقز. ونقطة أخيرة قبل لا ننتقل للقاءات، يا ليت تفعل خيار الترجمة الموجود تحت، ما أدري وين صراحة، يمين أو يسار. فعل خيار الترجمة. وكذلك المترجمين المحترفين اللي ودهم يقدمون ترجمة أفضل من ترجمتي الرهيبة، ترى خيار الترجمة مفتوح بالقناة، فتقدر تترجم هذا المقطع وأنا أشوف بعدين وعاد أضيف ترجمتك. عموما ننتقل إلى اللقاءات. استمتعوا. What are the main differences between this season and the previous seasons of Stranger Things?
Sure. I think this season just the scope of the whole show is a lot larger. It's taking place in more locations globally, I think I can say. And I think it harkens back to the first season in a nice way and starts to kind of delve deeper into the lore about what's actually going on behind the curtain. So I'm excited for people to see all that and to meet all the new characters. Obviously, we have Joe here, and he plays a great new character called Eddie.
I mean, I think it has the same kind of feel as the other seasons. Like, it hasn't changed too much. It actually almost kind of feels like, I don't know, it feels like it's almost kind of going back to the tone more closely to like season 1 and kind of, but also adding a lot of new stuff, like a lot more comedy, and it's a lot bigger in scale, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I think Joe's right in the sense it feels heavier. It feels more urgent. I think the threat feels sort of very, I don't know, you know, it's like they've been fighting this kind of crazy supernatural thing for a while, but this feels scary.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of agree. I think the only shift that one of the biggest shifts of the season is like thematically, it's much more closer to like a horror 80s reference. It really does turn that up, and you see that right from the beginning of the first episode. With our new villain. So yeah, the themes are much like, I feel like every season we stay darker and scarier, but for this season actually feels, much more mature.
The darkest.
It is definitely the darkest. Yeah, mature. The maturity's turned up because the fans have grown up, you guys have grown up, so it kind of makes sense for the show to grow up.
There's a lot more blood.
I believe, Eduardo, this is your first time being in Stranger Things world. So did you watch the show before?
Yeah, like before I'd ever booked it, I remember when the first season came out, I really was like, I was big on it. I loved it. When it first dropped, it was amazing. I remember like asking around. I was like, yo, have you guys seen this show? Because I had not seen any sort of like trailer.
How it feels how it feels being in the show?
It feels it's an honor, man. It's a pleasure, man. It's so awesome to be part of this incredible group of people that are all so talented and so nice and so like welcoming. It's so tight.
About the villains, from the upside down monsters, we've already seen you guys go against the Demogorgon and the Mind Flyer. And from the trailer, I believe we are facing the Vecna, I believe. So the question is, which one was the hardest to deal with?
Probably this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I think, yeah, it's like if they were like the animals, this is like the, I mean, if they were like the puppets, this is like the puppet master.
Yeah, totally.
Of the villains.
It's the devil.
Yeah.
Nothing is worse than a bad Demogorgon problem, I tell you.
Yeah,
An
man,
Hard,
investigation.
hard to get rid of, you know?
Yeah.
Hard to get rid of.
Yeah, they're pretty tenacious.
Honestly, I feel like though the worst villain in the show are actually the people who are preventing the good guys from winning. Like there's one thing about a bad monster. Like the monsters are sort of like inherently have this darkness to, like they don't know how to be any other way. You know, if you're a Demogorgon, it's like there's no Demogorgon therapy or like way to fix a Demogorgon. Like
Yeah.
they're just bad.
That's the deal.
But the people who keep cutting the holes and being mean to 11, like those people who want to harness the power for darkness, and like, you know, those are my least favorite villains.
Are we going to see season 5?
We don't. Are we gonna see season 5? Yeah, you're gonna have to check the trades for that one.
Are we gonna see it?
I don't, yeah. Hopefully we'll see it.
Not now.
Yeah, not now.
Not
We
now.
Not
gotta focus
now.
on this season first.
What's your favorite season? Everyone answer.
I like 4 and 1. I like this one and 1.
I think this season is maybe my favorite
Yeah.
season. I mean, it changes, but this season's amazing. I'm pretty excited.
I think, yeah, me too. I mean,
Yeah.
I've been the most excited. When I watched the first couple of episodes of this season, I think I was the most excited.
Yeah, I've ever been
I've
watched
ever
the
been.
show.
And that's, you know, it feels like sometimes you feel like you have to say that. But I genuinely was like, oh my God. Like I text the brothers after watching the
Me
first
too.
one. Been like, guys, like, wow, just what?
Yeah, the first one is like I mean, they're all really great, but the first one specifically, like, kind of blew my mind. Like, it's so well paced and.
One or this one, I think.
I agree.
Yeah, I second that.
Joseph, did you watch the show before?
I did, yeah. I was a fan.
How it feels being in the show?
Pretty surreal, pretty odd, pretty great.
What's your favorite one? Is it this one, the one that you're in?
Absolutely not. Not for the sake of that. I don't think it's good. I just don't. I don't know about watching myself. I'm always like, nah. You know, thinking about it like really hard. I think the first one was just so off guard for me. Like I said, like I was saying, it was like I did not know anything. I didn't see a trailer. I didn't know if they even had one or anything.
It kind of did come out of nowhere.
It came out really out of nowhere. I remember I just turned on the TV and it was like my Netflix just suggested it and I was like, okay, I threw it on.
وبس يا جماعة، حاولت إنه اللقاءات تكون سريعة، قصت الأسئلة بحيث إنه سؤال واحد لكلا المقابلتين. فيب، أتمنى إنه المقطع عجبكم، أتمنى إنه الأسئلة يعني كانت مثرية لمحبين سترينجر ثينجز. متى نسوي ريفيو لسترينجر ثينجز؟ اليومين الجاية إن شاء الله. متى نسوي ريفيو لبيتر كول سول؟ إن شاء الله اليومين الجاية. متى بالضبط والله ما أقدر أوعدكم لأن عندي ضغط بشكل ما تتخيلون. عموما لايك إذا عجبك المقطع، اشترك بالقناة إذا ما كنت مشترك، فعل جرس التنبيهات، ويشرفني تتابعنا مواقع التواصل الاجتماعي تويتر وسناب وانستغرام وتويتش وتيك توك. كان معكم راكان، أشوفكم المقطع الجاي. السلام.